Alrighty, let's find this live stream. Make sure that we're actually live. Hello, guys. Are we here? It says upcoming. Oh, you know what? There we are. We're there. Okay, welcome to my channel. I'm Auntie Tay. If you guys are new here, that's who I am. If you're not, welcome back. I've missed you. I needed to do this video before our box is done being sold. Our box, I have a mystery box. Not a mystery box because you know exactly what's in it. How are we doing here? I'm trying a new spot, but it might be a problem. Is this better? Let me know. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Missy. Okay, so I just cut Happiness is Homemade out of Puff Metallic. My mystery box, I got a few announcements really quick. Our mini box is available. I have a video if you want to see everything that's in the box, but one of the things that's in the box is metallic puff, and I really want to make sure I have all the settings down before you guys buy it and play with it and all the things. And I did a little test square and this stuff looked so good, so I thought let's just start with the metallic puff. I've been playing with the Caesar puff, and I will say I got it to work really good on this hoodie. This I lost my I and my T and my S, so I need to, every project, it always just has like a little more to do. But we will finish this on 12 DIYs of Christmas because I want to talk more about how I did this design using one of my actual designs from my membership. I went in and I did an offset and another offset, and I'll show you guys how to do that during 12 DIYs of Christmas. But that puff worked good, but Caesar puff needs like, it's like they all have different things. So I'm also working on making sure I have like all of it written down and on a printable for you guys. This will be out Monday. So if you guys are watching today and you are excited for 12 days of Christmas, I need to cut this off. I laminated mine because I'm testing out a new printable, but this is Auntie Tay's Handmade Christmas. This will be available for free in my newsletter on Monday. You don't have to print it all, but we have Handmade Christmas list. We have a craft your stash option. We have an advent calendar that you can either do with memories. There's like 3 different ones. There's a memories one, a DIY challenge one, a baking one, but I just printed that one because that's the one I want. Supplies and expenses you're going to need for this Christmas, your gift budget, your handmade Christmas. This one actually is a flop. It only has 15 and I wanted 30, so I redesigned that. And then this is my own printable on the back, but I laminated this, and you don't have to laminate yours, but I want to be able to reuse it if I end up loving it. So there's that coming out on Monday. So make sure you read your newsletters on Mondays because it'll be out. I can't wait for the box, says Missy. Yeah, they will start shipping on Black Friday, just so you know if you already bought one. Okay, so we're heated up. We have 2 more degrees over there. The one thing that's not on the sheet is, do I need to pre-press, which I'm learning, which I love heat transfer vinyl. So the fact that I'm still learning new things is cool. I'm learning that the reason you pre-press your fabrics and everything is so that your heat transfer vinyl doesn't shrink, which if you're layering your heat transfer vinyls, that's super important because then they get all off center and stuff and it's not cute. So we are gonna do that no matter what, but it doesn't say that on this step-by-step. It just says mirror and cut on iron-on, which I did, and I tested a little star shape, so I made sure that worked, and it did. Place the metallic side down on the mat. So one thing you're gonna see, when Puff first came out, everyone was like, oh my gosh, the only difference now is it's shiny side up, but now there are so many finishes of Puff now that even that is not true. Some puffs are shiny side up, some puffs are not. So what I do is I just go into a little corner and I figure out which side is the carrier sheet. And on heat transfer vinyl, the carrier sheet is what always needs to go down. I don't care if it's the shinier side or the not shinier side, the carrier sheet down. So I'm pretty sure I did it correctly. And I could see how that means this is like more shiny because this is the glue side. This is the metallic side that's going to pop, hopefully, if we get this right. Now, I will say I'm testing it on canvas So I'm really hoping that it works. And I'm really hoping I don't waste this big sheet. I cut off the pieces and stuff. That's confusing. So if you are confused, carrying sheet always down on heat transfer vinyl, because let's think about it. Okay, this is what I do when I'm teaching anybody. So just think about it. Think about why we do this, and that's going to help you not forget what side goes down. One of the biggest things in remembering how to do things is understanding why. So heat transfer vinyl. Heat transfer vinyl has a plastic sheet on it, no matter if it's brick, if it's metallic, if it's flocked, if it's easy weed, if it's anything. So it has a carrying sheet on it, and then we are always cutting with the carrying sheet down, and because there's a glue on the other side. So then we flip it over once it's weeded, which might make more sense once this is weeded. We flip it over once it's weeded and glue it down. That's why we mirror too, because we're actually cutting the product upside down, glue side up. So it's always going to be glue side up, carrier sheet down, because the carrier sheet is what holds all those little pieces together. And so that always has to go to the mat. Then we're backwards. Then when we pull it off and we flip it over and we glue it on, then we peel that carrying sheet off. So that's, if you can just kind of remember that, then when you're testing and you go, okay, let me figure out what side is the carrying sheet, then you won't have to be like, shiny side, matte side, is it shiny, is it matte, you know. So I know that everything is confusing in the world of all the things, because there's just so many things. So that's one of my goals this year, is to make it a little bit easier for us to remember. And oh wow, this weed's like a dream. Can I show y'all? Look at how fun. So I either will weed on the mat, or I will weed on a heating pad, depending on the product. If it's doing fine on the mat, I will just weed it on the mat. If it's not doing fine on the mat, I will take it over to like a warmer, like I would pull this out, heat this up, and then take this off the mat and put it on here and weed it, because that really does help when it's a difficult product to weed. Hi, Angel. Okay, so so we're doing this on canvas, which I already always have issues on canvas, but I want my project the way I want my project, and I'm making a lot of canvas things. So we got to figure out if it'll work on canvas before I go telling you, hey, pull out your canvas. This stuff weeds so nicely. So this is the VTS heat transfer vinyl, puff heat transfer vinyl. It's called the VTS 3D metallic puff, and this comes with the little instructions. This is from Vinyl and Tool Supply. They are a partner, but they are also doing my box for Black Friday, which it's like reverse Black Friday, because it's been for sale for a week. It'll be done being for sale on Black Friday. Then we're going to craft with it for the 12 DIYs of Christmas and before, because we're doing it now. I made this with the brick. Now I need to add more snowflakes, because I realize it's kind of, maybe I'll put something else right here. But I used the brick, and I need to peel all the plastic off of it, because I accidentally cut all the way through the brick. And I saw someone say, I always use more pressure. More pressure is never a bad thing. Yes, it is when you cut all the way through the plastic. It's not a huge deal if you're dealing with like one or two things, but I cut an entire sheet of snowflakes, and now I am like taking all these little baby snowflakes and I'm pressing them on and I'm peeling the plastic off. So I will show you guys in some tutorials, like that's how I lost the I and the T and the S on my hoodie, because I had to keep track of all my little pieces and find them, and I think I threw them away. So I did recut them, so I have them ready. Okay, so this is the happiness is Christmas is homemade. I don't know what it says. It's going right there on that piece of decor. I don't know. I'm making interchangeable decor, and I was like, well, everything in here needs to be like a handmade item, or it needs to like talk about something handmade, because this is my handmade area in the house. If it's like in the kitchen, you know, that would look weird if I had like glue guns and stuff on my decor in there. So, sorry, I should have hooked up another camera to show you guys the top down. But let's look at this. I think I have a couple more spots. So another tip is to find out if you weeded it all, just hold it up and you'll clearly see the spots that you missed. And man, I'm so glad that this stuff weeds good, because I hate weeding and I hate cutting on live stream because everything could go wrong. Oh, it says Christmas happiness is homemade. And it's on our Christmas page. If you're a member, you have this. You have lots that you'll see a lot of. I was gonna show you guys where I got it on the website. Love that color. You will have this color. It's so fun. I wanted a bright pink, but I also really wanted these metallics. So you can bet. Plus, I mean, you can get whatever colors you want whenever you want, but I definitely need to do something with like a hot pink. Okay, I think I have one more spot. And another tip is to like look at the actual design. Okay, Christmas. Oh no, there's little babies in the eyes. Look at the actual design on the computer or your phone or wherever you cut from too. That's helpful because then you can kind of visually see where you're going to need to weed, because those little peas have little tiny holes. Okay, moment of truth. Now, I like wrote all this down because in our box we have pink salt, which I showed you guys. I also did it on this tote and I kind of failed with it. So this is pink salt and it's glittery, and this is Caesar. This is a completely different pressing process. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to master the easier one, and then I will make sure I know how to do that one and not do it on a canvas tote bag or anything like that. So we are going to do this. I'm going to read this. Okay, I'm going to press this. This is just a piece of canvas fabric. I'm not going to clamshell my thing down because then it'll stay. Okay, so this says press at 280 for 10 seconds. Okay, I have it set 280 for 10 seconds. And I'm going to put this on here. Now it won't puff the first time. And extremely heavy pressure. So I turned my pressure up. That's cute. I have struggling puff as well. Yeah. So I've never been able to get my puff to work. So now it's cold peel. Okay. I've watched so many videos, even though there's not that many videos out there. That's why I was like, I need to make some. So then it's cold peel, but it won't puff. So don't get discouraged, because I've watched enough of this to know it does not puff on the first time. VTS does not, and the metallic. And not all of them are cold peel or hot peel. So I'm working on a cute printable for you guys. ASMR. That's cute. Who do we have here? Sorry, I'm only on YouTube today. I was going to do Amazon, but I was like, I probably couldn't talk about my box on Amazon. So not today. Well, at least not right now. Everyone are you guys host for Thanksgiving, or do you go somewhere? Are you alone on Thanksgiving? I just saw Drew Barrymore posted a tips if you are alone on Thanksgiving, and it was so good. She talked about the fact that you should read a whole book, like pick that day to read a whole book. I was like, that's such a genius thing. And then there were some other things she gave, but I was like, that's genius. So if you're alone, pick a book and read it, and read the whole thing. I don't know if I could. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Now we cool it, then we Teflon it. Now this is the thing. With Caesar, they were like, don't use Teflon, use parchment paper. And then everything I've seen with VTS is use Teflon. So I'm going to use Teflon, and we're going to press it for, hold on, this one is 8 to 12 seconds. Press a second time. I hate when it says 8 to 12, or when it says so I'm just going to keep it at 10. At 280 degrees. It's a little confusing, but I think it's gonna work, you guys. Going to my parents for Thanksgiving, going to my sisters. Yeah, we are hosting. So we always do. We did not host last year. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's perfect. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, wow. It's like perfect. If it has a little bit of the texture of the canvas in it. So I bet it would puff even better if it was not on a canvas fabric. But you guys, this is making me so excited to craft. Can you see this? Okay, so this comes in a yard. If you get the deluxe box, all of the, it is only 10 inches wide, but it comes with a yard of it. And then you also get it in teal, a yard of teal, but we do have a mini box if you just want 12 inches. But if you just want these colors and any colors you see, especially if you're crafting with us on 12 DIYs, because the box won't be available anymore. So if you're watching this later or the box isn't available, all of these colors are still available on Vinyl and Tool Supply. And if you're a member of mine, you get 10% off all of their VTS. But this is so pretty. I'm going to put this on a hoodie. Okay, I was getting kind of discouraged with the Caesar because I love it, but I still need to work on it. This is like the perfect amount of puff. And then I saw someone do it on the inside of a shirt reversed. Like if you accidentally forgot to mirror, they did it on the inside of the shirt and they like made an embossed look on the outside. But this is so cute. Okay, now I'm excited to cut this because one, it weeds like a dream. And honestly, after cutting that brick, I was in here like all day trying to get these little snowflakes off of my mat. I can show you. It's not even all the way off yet. Look at this. So I got to find out the brick. The problem is Cricut doesn't really have a brick setting, I don't think, or maybe it's flocked. Maybe I should just find the brick setting. So don't cut it on glitter iron-on because all of these little snowflakes are individually coming off my mat. And they all have a little piece of plastic on them, the carrying sheet, because it cut all the way through the carrying sheet. Or it doesn't because I just pulled it off the carrying sheet and now I have a little carrying sheet on my mat. So we will nail brick, we will nail the Caesar glitter, we will nail all the things. Puff vinyl is amazing, takes a lot of pressure, and the puff is beautiful. Yes, every person I know, me included, has never been able to get puff to work. Like, I'm so excited that this worked because I was like, you guys, if this doesn't work, I'm going to be frustrated. But I take it back. Puff is not stupid. I said that in CraftDayCon. I was going to dub that part in, but that would have been a lot. I had to go find the video and find where I said that and all the things. But puff is not stupid if you have the right puff. Okay? I'm going to leave you at that. I am going to go finish cleaning my house for Thanksgiving. We got some puff to work. I can't wait for 12 DIYs of Christmas. If you're not in my newsletter, sign up. This is going to be available all Christmas long. And there's so many cute printable things in it. Pages, holiday DIYs. No, that's I tacked on my holiday DIYs printable onto this. But like craft your stash. And don't mind this because my printer's broken. But it deleted it. But like craft your stash, craft supplies, and the project you want to make. Or craft your stash, project you want to make, and who you want to give it to. So whether you're crafting your stash this holiday season, whether you're just trying to give handmade gifts, we've got all those printables. Super excited. This is going to be in Monday's email. All right. I love you guys. What time are you going live? I have a biopsy on Monday at 9:30. So I will have like 3 or 4 lives a day for 12 day DIYs of Give Christmas, but it may be like a full day of live streaming. There will be Zoom room for my members. So I will have a Zoom room open for you guys to craft together. And that will be open all day long. Whether I'm there or whether I'm on a break going on live, but you'll also be able to watch the replay and, join the Zoom room when you're available. But again, there's 12 days. So I can't say everyone's can be there every day, can't take that much of your December away. But if you have projects you want to make and you want to work on them together, you want a challenge, bring your projects, come to the Zooms if you're a member. If you're not a member, become one and jump in our Zooms. It'd be a great place to get to know other crafters and create. And if you have the box, we will be using all the colors. I'm trying to use it sparingly because I have so many things I want to make with it, but I also like am showing you guys how to maximize this box. The green, I finished designing and I like squished so many designs because I love the green that's in the box, the evergreen color. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you guys Friday for Black Friday. I will be live to do some launch of member. Okay, so if you're not a member, you definitely will want to be one if you want any craft supplies that I have on my website. They're coming out over the next couple days, but you guys will get 60% off. That's all I'm going to say. But through 12 days of Christmas, I'm giving you guys 60% off